So anyway, these are the cards we're going to be making. Let me show you. I was inspired by my friend Tammy, who was using this DSP yesterday on her live. She's my partner in crime for our Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jennie. And then this, I was inspired by this sketch that I have pinned on my Pinterest board, and it's from Stamping with Diane Evans. I don't know how long ago I stamped this or I pinned this, but it's been quite a while, but I found it today and I really liked, not today, yesterday I found it and I really liked it, and I thought I'm going to play with this one. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to make 2 cards today. I'm going to make this one for you again, and then I also created this one because the Mediterranean Blooms has not just the lemon citrus, but it has the orange citrus fruit on there, on its paper as well, so I'm going to be using that as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm also using the stamp set for our sentiments. The stamp set is going to be Hooray for Surprises, and I'm using the You're the Best and I think Sending You Lots of Love. I can't remember. So let's go ahead and get started on our card. So our card base, you find the measurements because they're on that sketch that I showed you. Our card base is Lemon Lolly, and it is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 in the middle, and then folded and burnished. So we'll just go ahead and burnish this right here. Set that aside. And then our first layer is Old Olive, and it is actually 4 1/8 across and 5 3/8 high. So that gives us a very slight lemon lolly frame, as you can see. And I really sort of like this. It's not always easy to get this size of frame or this size of layering layered perfect, but when you get it done, it looks really nice. And then our DSP is going to be the lemons, and our first one on this one, this is on the sketch. This is called layer 2. This is layer 3, and this is layer 4, and then our circle is layer 5. So our first, our second layer is 1 inch by 3 inch. Yes, 1 inch by 3 inch. Our second layer is 2 3/4 by 3 inch. And then our bottom layer, or our fourth layer, is 2 inches high and 3 7 inches wide. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to use some of my friend Tombow, my Tombow glue, to adhere this on. So I hope everybody's doing well out there today. We've got some really weird weather going on right now. It's like 90 some odd degrees out. It's almost 100 degrees out, but it's so cloudy. It looks like it could be in the 60s. So it's really sort of strange. But we're going to go ahead and put that. We're going to make it so there's about 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch. Probably about, I think that's more like 1/8 of an inch. Let me get my ruler out. Wrong ruler. I'm going to get this out, and then let's see. It is, we are going to have a edge mat of about 1/8 of an inch around. So yeah, we're going to do 1/8 of an inch. And then we'll do this one here, 1/8 of an inch. Layer number 2 or 3, because the Old Olive is layer 1. And then layer 2 is our 1 inch by 3 inch. And then this is layer 3, which is our 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 by 3 inch, 3 inches high, 2 3/4 wide. And then our fourth layer is 2 inches high and 3 7/8 inches, so just under 4 inches wide. So let's go ahead and put this one here. You know what? Let's see, do I want the lemons? No, I think I'm going to do the lemons this way because there's a better chance we're going to see the lemons because of our fifth layer, which is a die cut. Now, I have the die cut, the the sketch says the circle is 2 5/8, which is about a little over 2.5 inches. However, I like to just, play with it a little bit and use whatever one. You'll see the next card, I'm going to really play with it up and switch it up a little bit. But like on this one, this is only about 2 inches, 2 1/16 inches wide in diameter. And then on this one, I did 2 decal circles layered. And so one's 2.5 and the smaller one is 1 5/8 wide. So you can play around with this however you want. But we're going to go ahead, and this one is a little bit bigger, so it's probably closer to 3 inches. No, it's actually 2.5 inches. This one's 2.5 inches, so this is closer to the size that it actually has listed on the sketch. And the reason I did my lemons over here is because if I put my lemons on this side, we would miss most of the lemons, and I didn't want them covered up. And we're going to go ahead and use Old Olive as our sentiment. Let's see. Old Olive's the sentiment. And this one we're going to put You're the Best on there. We're going to go ahead and put this off the side, tap, tap. Make sure it's covered in ink. And I'm going to center this as best as I can without putting my head in the way. All right, there we go. There, You're the Best. And we're going to close this now because I don't want to get my hands in it. And that's exactly what I would do, especially as tired as I am right now. And then let's go ahead and put some, where did I put them? Oh, there they are. I'm going to put some embellishments on here. Now, I'm going to be using the Adhesive-backed Dots for Days. The Dots for Days. They don't have it in olive green, but the dots are in garden green, and they really are rather close to the olive green here. And our DSP has both olive green and garden green that it coordinates with. So these work perfect. So we're going to go ahead and put a couple of these on here. And given the size of circle, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use mostly the large ones. So we'll see. There's that one there. And I'll put that one there. You know what? Let's go. Yeah, we can go with a bigger one. And I'm going to use just 3 here because, I don't want to do too many because then it would look crowded. So we're going to go ahead and just do there. And again, as I've said in the past, what I've learned, and I've actually found just through trial and error, that most of the time, an odd number of embellishments works the best on your, when you're using them. And to put them in sort of a triangular way works very good as well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this, but we're going to attach this with an adhesive foam an adhesive foam sheep. I did it again. I need to go back and take a nap. Adhesive foam sheet. Yeah, with the T on the end, not the P. All right, and we're going to put that on here. And I like it because it's not too many dimensionals, and there we go. We're going to go ahead and center that right there. Perfect. All right, now let's go ahead and attach this to the front of the card. All right. There we go. Just a dot. As I used to say when I was teaching first grade with glue, just a dot, not a lot. And there's not a lot in there. It looks like a lot, but it's very thin. Sometimes when I'm putting them on cards like this, when there's this much, when their layers are so close, to put it on while the card is closed like this is actually a little more difficult. I found sometimes doing this because then I can really see the edge. And let's see if we can get this very, very close. Ooh, there we go. Look at that. All right. So now you can see the ever so slight, I'll lift it so you can see a little bit better. An ever so slight, it's not perfectly centered. Let's see if we can, we can, because the beauty with Tombow is you can smoosh it around a little bit, move it, rearrange it a little bit, and I was able to. So now this is really perfectly aligned here, here, and all around. So there's the front of our card. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Trust me, I didn't plan that, but that worked out just fine. So let's go ahead, and this is the inside of our card, and we're going to zhuzh it up with some of the DSP. That's the blossoms from the lemon. And let's see, we're going to do this side. Should we do the side or should we do the bottom? You know what? I like the side better because then it lines up with this here. So let's go ahead and do that. And when I do that, a lot of times I'll use, this is a 1/2 inch wide, but I tend to cut my 12 by 12 DSP into 6 by 6 pieces so that I can work with them a little easier. And then this is basically a 1/2 inch by 6 inches, and I'll just glue it on here. And what I do is I put the glue, because this is so long, I'll put the glue on the actual card base, or not the card base, but the inside piece. So just put a little bit of glue along the edge. And then we're going to go ahead and put this on here. And luckily this, actually it has a little bit of direction. It looks like we're going to do this. It looks better this way. So we're going to go ahead and put that right on the edge. Oh, look, actually that works out. I didn't have it right up to the edge, but the distance between the edge of the DSP and the edge of the white is almost identical from top to bottom. And so it looks sort of cool because it's got the white card, the DSP, and a very thin white stripe, and then that will pop a little bit against the lemon lolly on the inside. So let's go ahead and cut this off there. And this is why I do that. This is one of the reasons why I like to make my strips longer, because I'd rather be able to cut it off so it's exactly a perfect match rather than measure, because by human error, almost always, if I try and cut the strip before I attach it, it ends up either a little short, and then you can see it against the white. So, yeah, no, I tend to make them a little bit longer. It's just my little fun tip. I always make it a little bit longer and then cut off the edge. All right, just a little bit of glue. And then we'll center it inside the card here. Perfect. Oh, and the inside card is 4 by 5 1/4, which gives us a 1/4 inch rim border all the way around. And so you can almost see that white line ever so slightly there, which sort of gives it a nice little look. So there we are with card 1. We are done. And see how easy this one is? I love it. It's a very simple but fun and really nice layout that we have here. So let's go ahead and go with our next card, which is the same layout, but we're going to be using the oranges in our Mediterranean blooms. And I always want to say Mediterranean blossoms because of the flowers, but it's Mediterranean blooms. And because of the oranges that we have here, I have chosen pumpkin pie. I tried it with peach pie because peach pie is one of the other colors. It's like the lighter of the oranges in the coloring, but I didn't like it as much as I did with the green or the old olives. So we went with pumpkin pie. Now this card I'm making as, instead of a traditional open like a book from right to left, this one's going to be a vertical open from top to bottom. And so I need to, so what it is the card itself is measured, card base is 11 inches by 4 1/4 inches. And then we scored it at 5 1/2 inches. So we'll go ahead and we went ahead and burnished that. And then our layer 1 is also 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, but it's in garden green. And then we have our layer 2, which is again the little blossoms. And then our next layer, and that's 1 inch by 3 inch. And then our other layer is 2 3/4 by 3, and that's orange blossoms. And then we'll go, I think we're gonna go this direction with this orange, the larger orange blossoms. You know what? We're gonna go this. Nope, we're gonna go this way because I know what I have in terms of the die cut that I'm using for this. And this one I'm really going sort of out of the box. But this one is 3 inches by 2 3/4. And here's what I've decided to do. I decided to look and see what I had in my scraps, because so many times I will die cut a bunch of shapes trying to figure out which one I want. And then or what color I want. And then I find I don't use them. But instead of tossing them, I have, I'll show you this really quick. I have my little trusty box with them sorted by sizes and shapes. And I actually have some old retired ones in there that I'm gonna have to go through, but I use those for my card making for my craft fairs and stuff. But I decided to go with the Stylish Shapes square rather than a circle. And I did use the die that I used for the other one is also the Stylish Shapes. So I have the same die set and the same stamp set for both of these cards. So let's go ahead and put these together. And we're going to go ahead and use a little bit of glue, a little bit of Tombow, and do, again, we're doing about 1/8 of an inch mat around the last night. I must have been tired last night too, because at first when I was doing this, it just didn't do anything for me. But the more I'm looking at this, the more I really like the orange blossoms as well. So let's go ahead and put those on there. We've got about the same amount of edging around there, and we'll go ahead and put our 4th layer according to the sketch. I'll go ahead and I'll put a copy of the sketch on my blog as well tomorrow, so that you can see all of the measurements and how it's laid out as what I was inspired from. So I'll put a copy of that on there as well. And I'll also let you guys know where I got it from. But anyway, so there's that. And we're going to go ahead and use our white Stylish Shapes. And I'm going to use the stamp. It says, yep, said I wasn't sure if I was doing Sending Lots of Love or what stamp I was using from that thing. But now I'm going to use Garden Green. Because Garden Green is my background, my first layer, I want to coordinate this with it. So I'm going to do Sending You Lots of Love in Garden Green. And we're going to center that. Perfect. All right. Set that aside so I don't get myself all glued up. Now, oh, wait a minute. Where are they? Oh, they're over here. I'm going to show you something, a little tip I've learned. And we are using the Neutrals Adhesive-backed Sequins. But what I want to do is, the copper looks really good with it. Sometimes I'll do this and I'll put the copper, because the copper matches very close. But I also can color, you can color these with a Stampin' blend. So I think what I'm going to do is, I've tried coloring this one. I'm going to color another one to show you how that works. And last night I tried using the brush tip, and I'm not sure if I really like how that one turned out. So I'm going to use the bullet tip point and just color the inside of the sequins. We'll let that, make sure I get all of it. Yep, that looks like it's all done. And I think we're going to use, we'll use 3, but I think I'm going to use a larger one as well. So let's color a larger one as well. Yes, I'll tell you, the bullet tip, it works much better coloring this than the brush tip did. So I've got these 4 here. We're only going to use 3 of them. So let's put that aside. So tip for you, you can color your embellishments with your Stampin' Blend alcohol-based marker, but we're going to let that dry for right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do the adhesive. Now, I looked at it and I thought, I wanted to put the orange in there, but then it just didn't look right against the orange inside. It would have been too much orange. So I went back to the blossoms. So we're going to go ahead again, 1/2 inch by 6 inches, and we'll just cut off the little bit of leftover after we adhere it to our 5 1/4 inch high inside white cardstock. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll put that there. And this one will butt right up against the edge. There we go. So we'll do that. And it seems to be drying well. I may blow on it a little bit. Last night I let them dry overnight because I just wasn't sure. So I'll, give them the old blow a little bit, like if you're cooling off soup or cooling off a cup of coffee or something was too hot. And then we'll go ahead and they should be dry. It shouldn't take that long to dry. But let's go ahead and put this on the inside before we do the rest of our cover. That way we can guarantee that those are dry. So we'll go ahead and put this little bit glue on here. And yeah, put that in there. Oh, wait a minute. That's looking a little crooked, so let me cut this. Hope I didn't mess this up. I did. I messed that one up. Let me cut another one real quick. All right. And let me cut this one up. Quarter and 5 1/4. We're gonna go here. All right, let's get that off to the side. And luckily, I have another, or I did. Where is it now? I had another strip. I had 2 of those. Oh, there it is. All right, let's go ahead and put this on again. All right. Alrighty. All right, let's cut this here without cutting the white cardstock so we don't make it crooked like we did last one. Oh, much better. All right, let's go ahead and get the scissors off my thumb. All right. Let's try on here. All right, perfect. The inside. Now let's go ahead and do the outside. All right. I'm going to, I need that still. No, yeah, I do need that still. Oh my goodness. So what do we need? Oh, I need this, my Stampin', my tool, pick tool. All right, let's go ahead and take a larger sequin. We're gonna put it right there. Yep, it stayed on. The ink stayed on. Look at that. Oh, it's shooting across my desk. That one. I like that one right there. All right, there we go. And go ahead and attach this on. All right. So center that. There we go. And we'll put on our there we go. Is that straight? Nope, not quite. Let's see if we can lift this. No, that's not going to work. All right. So there are our two cards that we've made. We've got our lemon card and our orange card. Let me know which one you like best in the comments. And I thank you for joining me. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week if you want to join us. We would love to have you join us. Tammy and I are doing our Teach It Tuesday on Tuesday, August 6th, and she is at 11 a.m. Pacific time, and I am at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And we will be doing a color combination using four beautiful, bright, and vibrant colors from Stampin' Up. So have a great week. Again, bye-bye.